afternoon.
네, 안녕하십니까 여러분. 제8회 영문 자타카 암송대회에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
My name is Kim Chang-hyun.
네, 오늘 저희 진행을 맡은 윤은실입니다.
From now, in the Buddhist year of 2559, let us start the 8th Jataka storytelling contest.
네, 그럼 지금부터 불기 2559년 제8회 영문 자타카 암송대회를 시작하겠습니다.
First, we'll recite the three refuges for opening ceremony.
예, 먼저 불법승 상복에 비의하는 상귀 의례가 있겠습니다.
We'll welcome you with heartfelt applause, so don't get nervous.
예, 우리 관객 여러분들, 부모님들께서는 뜨거운 박수로 한 분 한 분 학생들이 나올 때마다 격려해 주셔야 이 친구들이 떨지 않고 발표를 잘할 수 있을 것 같습니다.
Now, we have entry number 4, Kim Seon, with the title A Man Named Wise.
자, 이번 순서는 4번입니다. 참가번호 4번 김서연 학생입니다. 여러분 박수로 환영해 주시기 바랍니다. 준비를 많이 했나요, 우리 서연이가요?
Once upon a time, the enlightening being was born in a merchant's family in Benares, in northern India. He was given the name Wise. When he grew up, he began doing business with a man whose name was Very Wise. It came to pass that Wise and Very Wise took a caravan of 500 bullock carts into the countryside. After selling all their goods, they returned to Benares with their handsome profits. When it came time to split their gains between them, Very Wise said, "I should get twice as much profit as you." "How come?" asked Wise. "Because you are wise and I am very wise. It is obvious that Wise should get only half as much as Very Wise." Then Wise asked, "Didn't we both invest equal amounts in this caravan trip? Why do you deserve twice as much profit as I?" Very Wise replied, "Because of my quality of being very wise." In this way, their quarrel went on with no end in sight. Then Very Wise thought, "I have a plan to win this argument." So he went to his father and asked him to hide inside a huge hollow tree. He said, "When my partner and I come by and ask how to share our profits, then you should say, 'Very Wise deserves a double share.'" Very Wise returned to Wise and said, "My friend, neither of us wants this quarrel. Let's go to the old sacred tree and ask the tree spirit to settle it." When they went to the tree, Very Wise said solemnly, "My Lord Tree Spirit, we have a problem. Kindly solve it for us." Then his father, hidden inside the hollow tree, disguised his voice and asked, "What is your question?" The man's cheating son said, "My Lord Tree Spirit, this man is wise and I am very wise. We have done business together. Tell us how to share the profits." Again disguising his voice, his father responded, "Wise deserves a single share and Very Wise deserves a double share." Hearing this solution, Wise decided to find out whether it really was a tree spirit speaking from inside the to my story. Bye!
Thank you. It was a shining, glittering presentation.
네. 수고하셨습니다. 우리 서연 학생. 그리고 응원 부대도 많이 와 있네요. 여러분 다시 한번 우리 참가번호 4번 김서연 학생에게 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
Now we have the last presenter in the juniors group. Entry number 8, 정성희. Everyone please welcome.
이번 순서는 우리 저학년부의 마지막 정성희 양입니다. 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
Hello everyone, nice to meet you. My name is Jong Song-yi from International Song Center. I am in the 3rd year of Sinmok Elementary School. Let me tell you about the story of best friends. Once upon a time, there was a royal bull elephant who was very well fed and cared for. In the neighborhood of the elephant shed, there was a scrawny, poorly fed and stray dog. He was attracted by the smell of the rich sweet rice being fed to the royal elephant. So he began sneaking into the shed and eating the wonderful rice that fell from the elephant's mouth. By eating such rich food, the dog gradually got bigger and stronger and became very handsome looking. Slowly, they became friendlier and friendlier with each other. Before long, neither would eat without the other, and they enjoyed spending their time together. So it was that they became best friends and wanted never to be separated. Then one day, a man saw the frisky dog who had become strong and beautiful. He bought the dog from the mahout, even though the mahout didn't really own it. He took the dog back to his home village. Of course, the elephant became very sad since he missed his best friend, the dog. He became so sad that he didn't want to do anything. So the mahout had to report this to the king, although he said nothing about selling the friendly dog. The king had an intelligent minister who was known for his understanding of animals, and he told him to go and find out the reason for the elephant's condition. The wise minister went and saw at once that the elephant was very sad. He thought, "This elephant is grief-stricken, probably due to the loss of a very dear friend." Then he said to the guards, "I find no sickness. He seems to be grief-stricken due to the loss of a friend. Do you know if this elephant had a very close friendship with anyone?" They told him how the royal elephant and the stray dog were best friends. "What happened to the stray dog?" asked the minister. "He was taken by an unknown man," they replied, "and we do not know where he is now." The minister returned and told the king everything about the dog and the elephant. The king said, "Friendship is one of life's most wonderful things. My minister, how can we bring back my elephant's friend and make him happy again?" The minister replied, "I suggest you make an official announcement that whoever has the dog who used to live at the royal elephant shed will be fined." This was done, and when the villager heard of it, he released the dog from his house. The dog was filled with great
stood straight back to his best friend, the royal elephant. The elephant was so overjoyed too. They both lived happily ever after. Thank you for
Thank you for doing an excellent job.
네, 우리 정성희 학생 수고하셨습니다. 여러분 다시 한번 박수
Let's give
부탁드리겠습니다.
our big hand a hand. This time, entry number 3, Kim Go-eun, with the title Best Friend.
네, 이번 순서는 3번 김고은 학생입니다. 똑같이 박수 한번 크게 주시기 바랍니다.
Please give her a big hand.
Hello, I'm Kim Go from Jingwan Temple. I'm in the 3rd grade at Karen Elementary School. I have a very cute dog named Buku. Buku and I are best friends like the characters in this story. Once upon a time, there was a Robu elephant who was very well fed and cared for. In the neighborhood of the elephant shed, there was a scrawny, poorly fed and stray dog. He was attracted by the smell of the rich sweet rice being fed to the royal elephant. So began sneaking into the shed and eating the wonderful rice that fell from the elephant's mouth. By eating such rich food, the dog gradually got bigger and stronger and became very handsome looking. Slowly, they became friendlier and friendlier with each other. Before long, neither would eat without the other, and they enjoyed spending their time together. So it was that they became best friends and wanted never to be separated. Then one day, a man saw the frisky dog who had become strong and beautiful. He bought the dog from the house even though the house didn't really own him. He took the dog back to his home village. Of course, the elephant became very sad since he missed his best friend, the dog. He became so sad that he didn't want to do anything. So the Mahat had to report this to the king, although he said nothing about selling the friendly dog. The king had an intelligent minister who was known for his understanding of animals. He told him to go and find out the reason for the elephant's condition. The wise minister went and saw at once that the elephant was very sad. He thought, "This elephant is grief-stricken probably due to the loss of a friend." Then he said to the guards, "I find no sickness. He seems to be grief-stricken probably due to the loss of a friend. Do you know if this elephant had a very close friendship with anyone?" They told him how the royal elephant and the stray dog were best friends. "What happened to this stray dog?" asked the minister. "He was taken by an unknown man," they replied, "and we do not know where he is now." The minister returned and told the king everything about the dog and the elephant. The king said, "Friendship is one of life's most wonderful things. My minister, how can we bring back my elephant friend and make him happy again?" The minister replied, "I suggest to make an official announcement that whoever has the dog who used to live at the royal elephant shed will be fined." This was done, and when the villager heard of it, he released the dog from his house. The dog was filled with great happiness and ran as fast as he could, straight back to his best friend, the royal elephant. The elephant was so overjoyed too. They both lived happily ever after. Thank you for listening.
김고은 학생 수고하셨습니다. 박수 다시 한번 부탁드리겠습니다.
Okay, this concludes the juniors contest. We'll have a 10-minute break.
지금부터 지금이 2시 28분입니다. 그래서 3시 28분에 정확하게 고학년부 경연이 시작되겠습니다. 10분간 휴식을 취하시고요. 다시 그 전에 자리로 돌아오시기 바랍니다.
going to invite entry number 13, 문상현, and the title is Mr. Monkey and Sir Crocodile.
네, 이번 순서는 13번 문상현 학생입니다. 준비되는 대로 시작하겠습니다. 여러분 큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
Hello, my name is Hanyang Moon. I'm 6th grade from Bomunsa. Let me tell you a story about Mr. Monkey and Sir Crocodile. Once upon a time, Mr. Monkey was living by himself near a riverbank. He was very strong and he was a great jumper. In the middle of the river, there was a beautiful island covered with many fruit trees. There happened to be a rock sticking out of the water halfway between the bank and the island. Although it looked impossible, Mr. Monkey was used to jumping from the riverbank to the rock and from the rock to the island. He would eat fruits all day and then return home by the same route each evening. Sir and Lady Crocodile were living next to the same river. They were expecting their first brood of baby crocs. Because she was pregnant, she sometimes wished for strange things to eat. So she made unusual demands on her faithful husband. One day, she developed a sudden craving to eat the heart of Mr. Monkey. She told Sir Crocodile about her desire. To please her, he promised to get Mr. Monkey's heart for her in time for dinner. Sir Crocodile went and laid himself down on the rock between the riverbank and the island. He waited for Mr. Monkey to return that evening, planning to catch him. As usual, Mr. Monkey spent the rest of the day on the island. When it was time to return to his home on the riverbank, he noticed that the rock seemed to have grown. Immediately, he suspected the cunning Sir Crocodile. To find out for sure, he called out in the direction of the rock. "Hi there, Mr. Rock, how are you?" He yelled this 3 times. Sir Crocodile thought, "I'll just have to spit for the rock and trick the monkey." So he shouted, "I'm fine, Mr. Monkey. What do you want?" Mr. Monkey asked, "Who are you?" Without thinking, the crocodile replied, "I'm Sir Crocodile." "Why are you lying there?" asked the monkey. Sir Crocodile said, "I'm expecting to take your heart. There's no escape for you, Mr. Monkey." The clever monkey thought, "There's no other way back to the riverbank, so I'll have to trick him." So he yelled, "Sir Crocodile, my friend, it looks like you got me, so I'll give you my heart. Open your mouth and take it when I come your way." When Sir Crocodile opened his mouth, he opened it so wide that his eyes were squeezed shut. Then the monkey saw this, he immediately jumped onto the top of Sir Crocodile's head and instantly to the riverbank. When Sir Crocodile realized he'd been outsmarted, he admired Mr. Monkey's victory. He said, "Mr. Monkey, my intention was unwholesome. I wanted to kill you and take your heart just to please my wife. But you wanted only to save yourself and harm no one. I congratulate you." Then Sir Crocodile returned to Lady Crocodile. She was displeased with him, but the little ones came. She forgot their troubles for a time. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Powerful.
문상현 학생 수고하셨습니다.
Now we have entry number 11, Han Ju-hyung. The title is Mr. Monkey and Sir Crocodile.
네, 참가번호 11번 한주형 학생입니다. 네, 긴장 속도가 범상치 않네요. 여러분 박수 한번 주시기 바랍니다.
How are you? I'm 6th grade in Wow Elementary School from Young's Temple called Juyong-han. Let me introduce the story of Mr. Monkey and Sir Crocodile. From now on, once upon a time, Mr. Monkey was living by himself near a riverbank. He was very strong and he was a great jumper. In the middle of the river, there was a beautiful island covered with many fruit trees. There happened to be a rock sticking out of the water halfway between the bank and the island. Although it looks impossible, Mr. Monkey was used to jumping from the riverbank to the rock, and from the rock to the island. He would float all day and then return home by the same route each evening. Sir and Red Crocodile were living next to the same river. They were expecting their first brood of baby crows because she was pregnant. Red Crocodile sometimes wished for the strange things to eat, so she made unusual demands on her faithful husband. One day, she developed a sudden craving to eat the heart of Mr. Monkey. She told Sir Crocodile about her desire. To please her, he promised to get Mr. Monkey's heart for her in time for dinner. Sir Crocodile went and laid himself down on the rock between the riverbank and the island. He waited for Mr. Monkey to return that evening, planning to catch him. As usual, Mr. Monkey spent the rest of the day on the island. When it was time to return to his home on the riverbank, he noticed that the rock seems to have grown. Immediately, he suspected the cunning Sir Crocodile. To find out for sure, he called out in the direction of the rock. "Hi there, Mr. Rock. How are you?" He yelled this 3 times. Sir Crocodile thought, "I will just have to speak for the rock and trick the monkey." So he shouted, "I'm fine, Mr. Monkey. What do you want?" Mr. Monkey asked, "Who are you?" Without thinking, the crocodile replied, "I'm Sir Crocodile." "Why are you lying there?" asked the monkey. Sir Crocodile said, "I'm expecting to take your heart. There's no escape for you, Mr. Monkey." The clever monkey thought, "There's no other way back to the riverbank, so I'll have to trick him." Then he yelled, "Sir Crocodile, my friends, it looks you've got me, so I will give you my heart. Open your mouth and take it when I come your way." When Sir Crocodile opened his mouth, he opened it so wide that his eyes were skewed shut. Then Mr. Monkey saw this. He immediately jumped onto the top of the crocodile's head and then instantly to the riverbank. When the crocodile realized he'd been outsmarted, he admired Mr. Monkey's victory. He said, "Mr. Monkey, my intention was unwholesome. I wanted to kill you and take your heart just to please my wife. But you wanted only to save yourself and harm no one. I congratulate you." Then the crocodile returned to Lady Crocodile. She was displeased with him. But then the little ones came troubles for a time. Thank you.
Thank you, Gina. That's a lovely presentation of all the customers.
우리 한지영 학생에게 다시 한번 큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
Next is entry number 15, Im San-young, and the title is Mr. Monkey and Sir Crocodile.
네, 이번 순서 참가 번호 15번 임선영 학생입니다. 여러분 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
Please welcome.
Hello everyone, my name is Hyun Lim. I'm 13 years old
was very strong and he was a great jumper. In the middle of the river, there was a beautiful island covered with many fruit trees. There happened to be a rock sticking out of the water halfway between the bank and the island. Although it looks impossible, Mr. Monkey was used to jumping from the river to the rock and from the rock to the island. He would eat fruits all day and then returned home by the same route each evening. Sir and Lady Crocodile was living next to the same river. They were expecting their first blood baby crocs because she was pregnant. Lady Crocodile sometimes wished for strange things to eat, so she made unusual demands on her faithful husband. One day she developed a sudden craving to eat her Mr. Monkey. She told Sir Crocodile about her desire. To please her, he promised to get Mr. Monkey's heart for her in time for dinner. Sir Crocodile went and laid himself down on the rock between the riverbank and the island. He waiting for Mr. Monkey to return that evening, planning to catch him. As usual, Mr. Monkey spent less of the day on the island. When it was time to return to his home on the riverbank, he noticed that the rock seemed to have grown. Immediately he suspected the cunning crocodile. To find out for sure, he called out in the direction of the rock. "Hi there, Mr. Rock! How are you?" He yelled it 3 times. The crocodile thought, "I will just have to speak for the rock and trick the monkey." So he shouted, "I'm fine, Mr. Monkey. What do you want?" Mr. Monkey asked, "Who are you?" Without thinking, the crocodile replied, "I am Sir Crocodile." "Why are you lying there?" asked the monkey. Sir Crocodile said, "I'm expecting to take your heart. There's no escape for you, Mr. Monkey." The clever monkey thought, "There's no other way back to the riverbank, so I'll have to trick him." Then he yelled, "Sir Crocodile, my friend, it looks like you got me, so I will give my heart. Open your mouth and take it when I come your way." When Sir Crocodile opened his mouth, he opened it so wide that the eyes were squeezed shut. Then Mr. Monkey saw this. He immediately jumped onto the top of Sir Crocodile's head and then instantly to the riverbank. When Sir Crocodile realized he'd been unhurted, he admired Mr. Monkey's victory. He said, "Mr. Monkey, my intention was unwholesome. I wanted to kill you and take your heart just to please my wife. But you wanted only to save yourself and harm no one. I congratulate you." Then Sir Crocodile returned to Lady Crocodile. She was displeased with him, but then the real ones came. She forget their troubles for a time. I think this story's moral is a great Roger is true gentleman. Thank you for listening.
네, 현영 학생 수고하셨습니다.
Okay, everybody, let's loosen up the tension here a little bit. This time, a special show from the best performer of last year will be given.
작년 대상자의 앵콜 공연이 있겠습니다.
Please welcome Buddhism with a big hand. The title is Mouse Merchant.
네, 작년 대상자 구동원 학생. 네, 박수, 큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
Hello everyone, my name is Kodoon. I'm in 6th grade and I'm from Bungan Temple. I'm going to tell you about the mouse merchant. Are you ready to listen? Okay, let's start. Once upon a time, an important advisor to a certain king was on his way to meeting with the king and other advisors. He saw a dead mouse by the roadside and said to those who were with him, "Even from such small beginnings, says this dead mouse, an energetic young fellow could build a fortune.
If he worked hard and used his intelligence, he could start a business and support a wife and family. A passerby heard the remark and decided to follow his words. He picked up the dead mouse by the tail and went off with it. Before he had gone even a block, a shopkeeper stopped him and said, "My cat has been pestering me all morning. I'll give you 2 copper coins for that mouse." With 2 copper coins, he bought sweet cakes and waited by the side of the road with them and some water. As he expected, some people who picked flowers for making garlands were returning from work. Since they were all hungry and thirsty, they bought sweet cakes and water for the price of a bunch of flowers from each of them. In the evening, the men sold the flowers in the city. One day, there was a terrible storm, heavy rains and high winds. While walking by the king's pleasure garden, he saw that many branches had been blown off the trees and were lying all around. So he offered to clear it all away if he could keep the branches. The lazy gardener quickly agreed. The men found some children playing in the park. They were glad to collect all the branches for the price of just 1 sweet cake for each child. Along came the king's potter. He saw the piles of wood the children had just collected. He paid them at a handsome price for it and even threw into the bargain some of his pots. With his profits from selling flowers and the firewood, the man opened up a refreshment shop. One day, all the grassmores stopped in his shop. He gave them free sweet cakes and drinks. A week later, he heard that a horse seller was coming to the city with 500 horses to sell. So he got in touch with the grassmores and told each of them to give him a bundle of grass and not to sell any grass to the horse seller until he had sold this. In this way, he got a very good price. Time passed. Some customers told him that a new ship from a foreign country had just anchored in the port. First, he paid a low price for a very valuable gold ring with a red ruby from his friend. He gave the captain of the ship a snow advance and a commission. The captain agreed to send all his passengers to him as a broker. The man would then lead them to the best shop in their city. In turn, the man got the merchants to pay him commission for sending customers to them. Acting as a middleman in this way, he became very rich. He also remembered that it had all started with the words of the king's wise advisor and decided to give him 100,000 gold coins for the gifts. Throughout his remaining life, he generously gave his money for happiness and well-being of many people. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Dong. We all see that you deserve the great prize.
네, 우리 구대원 학생 감사합니다. 1년이 지나도 아주 잘하고 있네요. 우리 구대원 학생에게 감사의 박수 다시 한번 부탁드리겠습니다.
Now it's 3:35. We are having an intermission for 15 minutes. So really please come back to your seats till 3:50.
네, 지금 시간이 3시 35분입니다. 15분간 휴식하고 다시 3시 50분까지 다시 자리에 앉아주시기 바라겠습니다.
자, 오른손 주먹 잠깐 해보겠습니다. 복습 시간이에요. 자, 왼손 보재기. 자, 갈비뼈 사이에 대고. 자, 보재기는 뭐예요? 비비고. 주먹은 두드리는 거죠? 자, 갑니다. 시작. 연습하라고 했는데 1년 만에 뵀는데 바꿔. 체인지. 오케이. 체인지. 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 오른손 엄지손가락 접으시고. 오른손만. 자, 왼손을 다 펴셔야 돼요. 자, 똑같이 갑니다. 자, 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯. 포기하지 마세요. Don't give up. 여덟, 아홉, 열. 자, 손을 합장을 하시고. 그렇죠. 봉사. 그렇죠. 자, 합장한 손은 위로, 아래로, 위로, 아래로, 위로, 아래로. 머리는 어떻게? 왼쪽, 오른쪽, 왼쪽, 오른쪽, 왼쪽, 오른쪽. 자, 하나, 둘, 하나, 둘. 왼쪽. 나무르신 우리 누나 손등을 간지러 주어라. 퐁당퐁당 돌을 던지자 누나 몰래 노래 부르면서 내무라 퍼져라 멀리 멀리 퍼져라. 건너편에 앉아서 가위바위보 하는 게 아니라 하고 때리고인데 나무를 심는 좀 더 빨리 우리 누나 손등을 간지러 주어라. 그만. 자, 우리 저기 빨간색 옷을 입은 친구와 그 옆에 예쁜
Now it's time to hear the comments from the jury.
자, 이제 오늘 대회에 대한 심사평을 들어보겠습니다. Mr. 시몬 뮤로.
안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 시몬 뮤로입니다. 제가 한국말을 6개월 동안 배웠는데 아직도 잘 못합니다. 죄송합니다. 이제부터 영어로 해도 돼요? 네! 휴, 감사합니다. After listening to your performance, I have one word. Wow. You were all amazing. But I also have to say that you made our job very difficult. It was very difficult because you were all very good. It was not easy to judge you. Now, I can't imagine how difficult it must have been to come on stage in front of a large crowd. You're fairly young. It must have been difficult. Were you nervous when you came on stage? Were you nervous? A little bit, maybe. Well, it didn't show. You all looked very, very confident. You know, 자신감? 자신감, 태도 아주 중요해요. 축하합니다. Okay? We're all waiting for the results. No one knows who will win. But while we're waiting for the results to come out, I would like to make a wish to you. But not the usual wish. You know, people usually they say, good luck, right? You always hear that. Well, I don't want to wish you good luck. Instead, I want to wish you best success. Could you translate that for me? Because I really want to make sure that everybody understands my meaning. So I prefer to wish you best success as opposed to good luck.
네, 심사 결과를 기다리면서 아직 결과는 모르지만 여러분 모두에게 전달하고 싶은 중요한 메시지가 있습니다. 보통 우리 행운을 빈다라고 하잖아요. 근데 오늘은 best success, 모두에게 성공을 빈다라고 하고 싶다고 하십니다.
Do you know the difference? Do you know the difference between the two? To me, luck is like when you buy a lottery ticket and you win at the lottery. That's luck to me.
행운과 성공의 차이점을 아시나요? 제가 생각하기에는 행운이라는 것은 복권 같은 데 당첨되는 게 행운입니다.
But success comes from hard work. And today, you all showed us that you worked very hard to get here. So that's why I want to wish you best success.
성공이란 hard work, 열심히 하는 것에서부터 오는 건데 여러분 모두 오늘 다 열심히 노력한 걸 제가 알고 있기 때문에 여러분들에게 성공이 있기를 비는 겁니다.
진짜 축하합니다. 당신은 짱!
네, 우리 수고해주신 우리 심영 뮤럴 씨께 다시 한번 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 저도 깊이 새겨야 될 것 같네요.
Now we're going to have the award ceremony. Mr. Shin, the president of IDIA, will present the award.
네, 이제 시상식이 이제 진행이 되겠습니다. 시상에는 먼저 우리 국제불교사회 신의견 회장님께서 수고를 하시겠고요. 상장
You are the winner, awarded for your outstanding effort and presentation. Mr. Shin Hye-kyun, President, International Drama Instructors Association, Jogye Order of Korean Buddhism.
네, 축하드립니다. 여러분 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 자, 옆으로 잠깐 물러서 있고요. 자, 두 번째 친구가 고현상 참가번호 7번 백연주 같습니다.
Samdabhadra Prize, Baekyeonju, content is the same.
네, 축하 박수 해주시기 바랍니다. 네, 그리고 참가번호 5번 이승재 학생.
Samdabhadra Prize, Lee Seung-jae, entry number 5. Congratulations.
네, 축하합니다. 여러분 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 그리고 고학연고 참가번호 10번 김은지
From
학생.
the seniors group, entry number 10, Kim Eun-ji.
축하합니다.
Congratulations.
네, 참가번호 12번 고동현 학생.
Entry number 12, 고동현, Samdabhadra Prize.
네, 축하의 박수 부탁드립니다. 그리고 마지막 고현상 참가번호 14번 김여은 학생.
Entry number 14, Kim Young. Congratulations.
네, 축하드립니다.
You are the winner, awarded for your outstanding effort and presentation. Mr. Shin Hye-kyun, President, International Drama Instructors Association, Jogye Order of Korean Buddhism.
네,
Congratulations.
최유진 학생입니다. 축하합니다. 여러분 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 참가번호 6번 최아리 문수상입니다. 축하합니다.
Entry number 16.
그리고 참가번호 16번 남수연
Entry
축하합니다.
number 16, Nam Soo-yeon. Congratulations.
참가번호 9번 노승찬 학생 축하합니다.
Number 9, Rosenthal. Congratulations.
네, 그리고 마지막으로 참가번호 17번 김수민 학생.
Number 17, Kim Soo-min. Congratulations.
네, 축하합니다.
The Excellence Prize, 2 teams.
네,
You are the winner, awarded for your outstanding effort and presentation, Mr. Shin Hye-kyun, President, International Dharma Instructors Association, Jogye Order of Korean Buddhism. Congratulations.
네, 지금 김고은 학생이 수상했습니다. 여러분 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 그리고 참가번호 15번 임선영 학생 축하합니다.
Congratulations.
참가번호 8번 이름이 정성희 학생은 제가 기억하기로 작년에도 이름을 그쵸? 작년에도 정말 열성입니다. 오케이, 영어로 한번 물어볼까요? Up to now, what was the difficult thing while you were preparing this English Jataka contest? 자타카 준비하면서 뭐가 가장 힘들었을까요?
저는요 연습할 때 그 발음하고 그다음에 동작을 자연스럽게 하는 게 제일 힘들었어요.
네, 여러분 박수 한번 주시기 바랍니다. 아까 우리 심사평 해주신 시범 뷰러 씨가 말씀하신 것처럼 그 과정에 하드워크, 힘든 걸 견뎌내야 이렇게 멋진 자리에 예쁜 한복을 입고 서는 것 같습니다. 잘했습니다.
네, 저도 한국말 좀 하도록 하겠습니다. 네, 서연이 준비하는데 얼마나 걸렸어요? 네, 단 며칠 만에. 네. 저 천재가 아닌가 하는 지금 생각을 있습니다. 옷은 어디 가면 살 수 있나요? 이 옷은 어디 가면 살 수 있나요?
인터넷에서 빌리고
아, 빌리면 되는 걸로. 네. 저는 만들었는 줄 알았는데 빌리면 된답니다. 네, 다음 대회 때 참고하시기 바랍니다.
네, 그리고 우리 참가번호 11번 한주형 학생. 영어로 물어봐야지 저는. If you get the grand prize, the iPad will get. You can get the iPad. And what are you going to do with that?
아이패드 받으면
받으면 어떻게 할 거예요? 아이패드 가지고?
아이패드
아이패드 엄마랑 아빠한테.
부모님하고 부모님이 드린다고요?
네, 사전에 교육을 철저히 받은 것 같습니다. 훌륭한 부모님 밑에서 좋은 교육을 받은 것 같습니다. 본인이 상현이 본인이 무슨 상을 받은 거라고 생각하세요? 솔직하게. 친구를 바라보면서
대상요.
친구를 바라보면서 한 번 더 얘기해 주세요.
대상요.
어떻게 생각하세요?
네, 그냥 결과 최우수상이나 대상 둘 다 높은 상이니까 아무거나 받아도.
네, 역시 교육을 잘 받은 것 같습니다.
네,
할까요?
네, 그만 인터뷰 더 하면 우리 친구들 너무 긴장할 것 같습니다.
Congratulations, Excellence Prize winners. You are the winner. Awarded for your outstanding effort and presentation. Shin Wei-kyung, President, International Dharma Instruction Association, Jogye Order of Buddhism. Congratulations.
네, 정성희 학생입니다. 여러분 축하의 큰 박수 부탁드립니다. 네, 그리고 보안연구 한주형 학생입니다.
Excellent prize. Congratulations.
네, 박수 부탁드립니다. 정말 수고하셨습니다. 저학년부 대상 4번 김서연.
Grand prize.
네, 축하합니다. 서연이 수고했어요. 자, 그리고 마지막 남은 고학년부 대상 문상현 학생입니다.
Grand prize, 문상현. You are the winner, awarded for your outstanding effort and presentation. Shin Wei-kyung, President, International Dharma Instruction Association, Jogye Order of Korean Buddhism. Congratulations.
축하합니다.
Please give her a big
여러분,
hand.
큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
Grand prize, 문상현. The phrase is the same. Congratulations.
네, 문상현 학생 대상입니다. 여러분, 큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 네, 우리 학생들 다 같이 무대 가운데로 중간에 해주시고요. 여러분, 우리 모든 학생들에게 다시 한번 큰 박수, 뜨거운 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
Please give all our contestants a big round of applause.
Thank you very much for nice performance of the boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed as well. And thank you very much for joining us. And I hope to see you next Jataka contest. Thank you very much.
Now we'll chant the 4 great vows following by Bokta. Everyone stand up please.
네, 이어서 사홍서원이 있겠습니다. 모두 자리에서 일어나 주시기 바랍니다.
This concludes the 8th Jataka storytelling contest. We hope to see you at the 9th Jataka storytelling contest next year. Thank you.
네, 이상으로 제8회 마치겠습니다. 내년에 2016년에 9회 대회에서 다시 뵙겠습니다. 감사합니다.